chair is a chair because it's by definition, it's what you're supposed to sit on. All right, who created the chair? The chair builder. But the chair's state of being is chair, and you can't change it. Who is God? Who created God? God is the creator, by definition, of the entire universe, all that be, or all that exists. So who created God? Sons of God. Yeah. All right. This is the next video. Yeah, feel me? Uh, Hope you all is doing well, or everybody is doing well. Yeah, bada binging and bada booming. I pray that your evening and your morning, or whatever time you're doing this, you're doing well. All right. The contradiction and asking, who is God? Now, this might get a bit philosophical or philosophical, however you want to so let's look at gravity for a minute. Actually, let's start off with something else. How many questions does it take for someone to get understanding? I tell you, because of the nature of our mind and the fact that we were created in God's image in the first place, and the components of our bodies are unlike any other creature on the earth or outside of the earth. We have certain thinking capacities that can be unlimited. What do I mean? There's no amount of whys that you can ask for everything to be answered. Let's start off with just an element or an atom. Why is carbon carbon? Why is gold gold? Gold is gold because of these properties, da 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 da. Okay, why are those properties as such? All right. Then, when you find out why those properties are such, why are those elements necessary for those properties? And then, why are those elements that are necessary for those properties? It's like you cannot. The nature of our mind, if you don't understand the nature of the mind, you're going to be continuously swindled by the devil. Usually when people ask these questions, especially those that don't believe in God, there's always a series of never-ending questions. And the reason is because they don't understand the human mind. If you understand the human mind, you know where to place boundaries and know, okay, this is an illogical question for the person or object that I'm questioning. Okay, you're gonna ask me. Let me ask you a question now. How is a chair a chair? A chair is a chair because it's by definition, it's what you're supposed to sit on. All right, who created the chair? The chair builder. But the chair's state of being is chair, and you can't change it. Who is God? Who created God? God is the creator, by definition, of the entire universe, all that be, or all that exists. So who created God? That by definition, God's state of being is the one who created. So what does that mean? The one who created all doesn't have a creator who created him because he's the one who created all in the first place. So then, okay, oh no, that doesn't make sense. All right, ask yourself this question: how many who created God is it gonna take for you to be satisfied? I tell you, you're never gonna be satisfied by it. Who created God? Who created God? Who created God? Who created him? Okay, who created him? Because it's a nonsensical question. Why is it nonsense? States of being, states of being, states of being. God is God. Simple as that. Now, when it comes to understanding God and His eternality, I've seen some scholars, some people, individuals, I don't know whether scholars or not, don't even matter. Wisdom comes from. Whether you call him a scholar or not. I don't think Jesus was a scholar by today's definition, so I don't think Paul was anyway, those things are Elijah, all those Moses. So I don't believe these people were scholars. The prophets, you call them scholars by today's definition, they probably wouldn't. So wisdom comes to anyone, any child of God, any servant of the Lord. So servant of the Lord, the Old Testament, we are children of God. But to the answer for the question, who created God? God is a state of being. Just like gravity exists. And maybe potentially, I don't know, they found an origin of gravity. If they found an origin of gravity, we would go to something else. How does 2 plus 2 equals 4? Well, how did we develop arithmetic? Was it already there? How did we develop a conscience? Was the conscience already there? Is the conscience immaterial? All these is again two extremes in life. Evil, good. You may decide to angle yourself to explore the depths of evil, or you may angle yourself to explore the depths of good. And no matter what side you end up on, there are boundaries that you personally have to put on yourself in your mind. So yeah, otherwise you're gonna ask yourself a cyclical set of questions over and over. God is God, that's by definition who He is, the creator. Now we can describe the characteristics of Him. He has to be eternal, otherwise there would be someone who created Him if He wasn't eternal. He has to exist outside of the bounds of said this material world. Otherwise, by definition, or he had to exist before the development of this material world. Otherwise, by definition, he would have been born, or he'd have been brought into existence by the material world. And then he would have had a creator, and that defeats the definition of the word God in of itself. Actually, let's say the Most High God. So all these things, I pray you gain some understanding, and this isn't to limit your thinking, but to help you think in a better way. Sometimes we run a race. I don't have to be the smartest person in the secular world or the secular realm to understand this. I tell you, the wisdom of God is sufficient. The knowledge of God is sufficient to answer all things. And there are secrets that God has yet to reveal to many. And those are the secrets I'm trying to search out. I pray you learned something today. Peace be with you all. God bless. Oh, Jesus loves you too. Yeah.